Welcome back to our kind of regularly scheduled content. Again, hey, I did not press play. Shush. Shush. We're not here to play rap music. Silence radio. Sorry, guys. Yeah, we're still rehabbing, but we're back to the prep for the Strongest Man in Iceland contest. Like, that's still on the menu for me. Like, that's still what my next upcoming show. I guess the next few weeks, in the next 4 or 5 weeks, will sort of tell me whether that's a possibility or not, you know, regarding the herniated disc in my back and nothing, but just that. Yeah, but it's certainly putting a mark and a little bit of a delay on the gains, which is sad. But now we're back from Tenerife. I got home a couple of days ago, Thursday evening. It is now Saturday. And it feels weird. It feels weird because we haven't lived in this place that we live in now for a long time. So it's like sort of weird coming back to that place. Like, it didn't feel like home in a way. So very weird. You know, we kind of felt like the natural thing would be to go to my old place or to her parents' place. But like this place we're living now, it just still doesn't feel like home yet somehow. But it was nice to see the cats and everything. But oh my God, guys, I gotta tell you about the flight back home. I put up a story on my Instagram before the flight that this flight is 25% adults, 75% crying babies. These smiles are temporary. And boy, like, I've never had such a bad flight before. And it's not just because of the crying babies. The crying babies I can tolerate. It's the toddlers and the kids running around the airplane non-stop. So it started with, if I'm supposed to explain the situation first, me and my girlfriend, we paid extra money, good amount of money, to be in an exit row, the exit row seats. And now it's a plane with 3 seats and 3 seats in the hallway in the middle, like a normal airplane. And in the exit seats, the seat number A has been taken out, and there's just a blank space from the seat row behind. So it's like 3, 2, big space, then 3 seats. And the thing was, I was in the exit row, so the 2-seat row, with my girlfriend. Then during the flight, she moved over to the right side because that was an empty exit row there, like with the 2 seats as well there. But we paid for these seats, seat number B and C. And as soon as we saw how many people with children were on the plane, we were like, oh, great. But like nothing, no stressing. It was like no worries. But then as soon as we take off, there seems to be an older brother in the exit row seat behind me, which has 3 seats, and number A there. He switched his seat with his younger sibling or cousin or whatever, and there's these young girls, maybe one's 4, 5 years old, the other's like 3. Then there's another kid, like a boy, probably 2.5 years old, or even 3. And then there's another kid as well. And these kids, and then there's 2 pairs behind us, and these kids are just non-stop walking past me, like they're going over from the seat with the 3 rows up to where I am to get like through. It's hard to explain it, to the hallway there, like which has my extra leg room. So they're walking constantly back and forth, playing, screaming, and I started like putting my feet all the way to the end of the next seat, and they just start climbing over me, and it reaches to a point where I just put my leg straight up to the handle thing between the seats, so that they shouldn't be able to run back and forth. But no, they start climbing over my foot. and I'm trying to take a nap, which doesn't work because I always just get woken up with kids trying to climb over my feet. And then I try reading, and I can't really focus because they're constantly going back and forth, disturbing me, and they're police is here, and they are like grabbing my shirt from the back and like from the seat behind, and it's just like nonstop, and reaches to a point when we're like 2.5 hours in or 3 hours into the flight where I just kind of snap, and I just tell them like, hey kids, this is over now. This going back and forth here, like this stops now. You just have to, if you want to go back and forth, you have to go behind me like the normal row, like usually people do. Like it's okay. And they don't seem to understand me. They're not listening to me. And I tell and this boy, he starts climbing over my foot just as I finish saying that, and I stop, and he's like just smiling at my face, like, and I'm telling, hey, this is not funny. Do you speak English? Do you speak Icelandic? And like, of course, I'm talking to them Icelandic. These are clearly Icelandic children who are talking Icelandic, and I'm trying to be very direct and assertive to this. Like, this is not okay, and you have to stop this. And he's just smiling in my face like I'm saying something funny, and I'm just like thinking, where are the parents? Where are the parents in this thing? It's so frustrating. They were a couple lines back, so it was like the parents were in the lines, then there were kids in the line ahead, and then I was ahead of them. And the kids, the parents, they're nowhere to be seen. They're not educating their children about what's right and wrong. They're not disciplining them in any way. And and the kids just start crying, saying, the bad guy won't let us pass, and like I'm a bad guy, and then they keep doing it a little bit until I stop them, and I just stop them with my hand, like by force, like stop, like now. And still, and the parents are nowhere to be seen. They're not saying anything. And I think I gotta say who the parents of these children are. One of them is a famous woman, kind of a social media influencer here in Iceland, who's a mother of triplets. Don't know if I should say her real name, but it rhymes with Banveig. I think her Instagram bio has like mother of 5 under 5. So she has like 2 girls and then triplets. And but that's no excuse to let your children run around the airplane back and forth through the hallway, annoying and disturbing every single passenger there, and especially me, who I got the worst of it, with the kids climbing over my legs constantly. Man, it reached to a point where I felt my heart beating so fast, and I was just like furious with anger and rage. Like I just wanted, I was just kind of saying out loud, like, what the hell's going on here? Like, where are the parents? Where is the discipline? Like, I said this very loudly in front of, so that everyone around me could hear, but still nothing from them. And I kind of wanted to, demand an apology from them at the end of this flight. But, yeah, Agnes, my girlfriend, she talked to one of the mothers, like just a little brief, like, hey, we paid extra money for these seats, and it's not okay for them to just be constantly using it as their own playground, because it's just so disrespectful to the people around. And then, I think this mother, though, the mother of the triplets, was a little bit forward in the airplane. Then there was another family that they were with, who also had 3 daughters, or three children. And then, like, when I had told these kids that they can't do this anymore, they can't run back here and forth, they started going behind me, and they start climbing over the seats, over the au pairs that they're with, and who were also holding one of the youngest children. And one of the triplets that's like just barely a year old, and they start fighting. They start punching each other. These young kids, and you can just hear screaming, just total agony, screaming that they're punching each other and fighting, and like just total chaos with these children. And I just can't help but think, like, this is terrible, terrible parenting. Like, how can these people do this to the other passengers, the guests on the airplane, the adults, to just let their kids run amok, like through the whole airplane for the whole goddamn flight? It's just, I can't get my head around it. I can't get my head around, like, yeah. Because we paid good money for the flight and for the extra legroom seats. And, you know, they just ruined the flight. You know, other people shouldn't have to be in pain just because you guys like to have sex and squeeze out endless amounts of babies. You know, it's, you know, you have to have discipline, not just this freedom of letting the kids do whatever the hell they want. Sorry, guys, I'm a little bit of a rage here. I'm just, yeah. Then I went to the store yesterday and saw two sisters around this age, and I just got PTSD. I just got like mad, like just seeing them, and that's terrible. That I, you know, have that PTSD almost, like due to this experience. So that's what the flight back home was like. For five hours, we were just being, yeah. Because there was these children like running amok, were running around the airplane nonstop, and then also there were young babies, just, you know, crying endlessly. But yeah. Now it's time to go to the gym. It's time to train. I think I almost need to have a different segment in the gym, but I'm just gonna try to walk. Let's get off topic from this now. Move on. But I also kind of want to demand an apology for this from these parents. God damn it. But yeah, I'm gonna try go walking with a good pace for about 30 minutes. Then a bunch of deadlifts with maybe 130, 140 kilograms, 5 reps, something-ish. And then I found some, my coach sent me some plan with from Andrew Locke for low back rehab. And yeah, let's check it out. We are live. Now it's time to get to the. Oh, I mean this thing can hold half load. I hope this thing can hold me. There we go. Just a brisk walk. Maybe a little bit more. 2, number 6. Yeah, this is fine. Try to do this for about half an hour, I think, and yeah, still have the numbness down the back of my leg. I'm reaching all the way down to my pinky toe. It's mostly my pinky toe. Then I can feel a little bit of difference in the toe next to it. Whatever. Is it called a pinky toe? I mean, pinky finger, pinky toe? I wonder. Well, yeah. It's sorry about that little rant in the car. Just I had to get that out there and share that experience. Probably would have talked a bit faster if I was talking Icelandic. Like I said before, when I'm talking about things that aren't lifting or things that I'm used to talking much about, it can be a little difficult for me to explain things, you know, as if it was my mother tongue. No way. Mother tongue. Do you guys say that? Native tongue. Native language. Yeah. but I feel better. I feel better every day, a little bit. I have some backlashes every now and then, because like yesterday I just rested. I didn't really exercise at all. But I think one thing that was helping me a lot back in Tenerife was that I was walking a lot every day. So, you know, I'm gonna try to continue to do that. Then my coach, yeah, he sent me this new, thing that is called from Andrew Locke. In low back rehab, cover the basics first. And here it says exercise, lock clamps, then McGill curl-ups, front plank from feet or knees, side plank from feet wider, balls and small, wider balls. What's that? Or knees, then bird dog, prone hip extension, hip hinge variation, single leg stance, eyes open, therapeutic walk. Yeah, therapeutic walk, 10 minutes, 2 times a day. Oh, well, I was thinking about doing 30 minutes now. Gotta turn on some anime episode or something to watch. Well, yeah, I think I'll, first do the deadlifts, 3 sets of 5 with 130, 140 kilograms. We'll see what things feel like, if things feel good. And now I gotta hop off this thing and turn off the camera. So let's pause. Whoa. All right, I just finished walking for 30 minutes. And like after I finished, I felt like a little bit disoriented when you've been on a treadmill for so long. And kind of just trying to recover a little bit. But I'm just gonna do my regular warm-ups, planks. So it's like, yeah, glute activation, planks, side planks, bird dog. Yeah. I don't think I'll show those warm-ups because I've shown them now a few times before and I just think it's boring content, but I'll see you in the deadlifts. I just finished doing that activation routine, as well as the lower back rehab from Andrew Locke that he put in his story that my coach sent to me. Took a while to perform, but it felt really great getting a lot of blood flowing. And yeah, I gotta put a picture of it up while I'm talking here. But yeah, I think I might start doing that like every day from this point, you know, while we're doing this rehab stuff. Maybe I think it's a little bit too time consuming maybe to do it not during my normal workouts, which already are 3 hours long, you know. I also need to sleep and eat, but well, we're in this situation right now. It's great. So half an hour walking, then did the rehab. Then a part of it says hip hinge variations. That could be all sorts of deadlift or whatever. So I'm gonna do some deadlifts now, finish with that, and yeah. It's good to be back home, back in the gym, and you know, trying to get better. Just did some deadlifts with 60 kilograms. Feeling a little bit of burning now. Over here, burning sensation and numbness more than it's been usual. I'm gonna see how this feels, but with the 100 kilograms on the bar. But if this, I'm just gonna do a 1 or 2 reps. But if it feels bad, then that's a sign you shouldn't be doing it. Just what's, you know, with a rehab specialist for herniated disc, like it says, like if it's causing you pain, then that's not the right way. Like with this sort of injury, this is not where you push through the pain sort of thing. Like definitely not. So I got to be very, very careful with this. Let's see. Does it feel worse? How does it feel? No. No worse. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to listen to my body as Jesus, this is loud. I'm trying to listen to my body as well as I can, as cautiously and cohesively as I can. Yeah. Let's put on, what the hey, 140. Let's do it. All right, we got 140 kilograms on the bar. Let's do it. Good shit. Good shit. How am I feeling? Yeah. Same. I still have the numbness, but it's not getting worse. And there's no, the searing pain has sort of gone away now. Good shit. The rehab process, man. I think I'll do another set of these for 5. And then maybe call it a day. I'm feeling faint and depleted and hungry. Yeah. Okay, last set. Gonna finish with these for 5. And then I think later tonight, I'm gonna go home and eat and then go to the swimming pool and swim a little bit. I really enjoy swimming, and apparently that's a great thing to do for this sort of thing. I kind of want to do more, butterfly swimming. I find it interesting. It's so hard, but you get a good amount of distance in a small amount of time. It's kind of like sprinting almost. Okay, let's go. 140 kilograms. So now this is rehab weight, when I still remember when this was, working, heavy working weight for 5 reps or something. But now, but that's cool. Okay, let's focus. Let's tense all the muscles we can tense. I think those 4. I don't know how to explain it. I got like a electricity right here. And I'm just being so cautious. I'm not risking anything. It's almost like somebody's tickling me there. And I just not going for the 5th rep, playing it safe. But I hope, this will get better. As I keep saying. All right, let's put things away and go into the car. Oh, all right. Can we call that a super successful training session? Maybe, just might. I feel like, how do I describe this? I feel very nice in my body, and I think it's because of the weight loss. I feel very nimble and skinny, almost in a way. I stepped on the scale before my workout started in shoes, in these, well, they're very light shoes, but and I was 157, just 0.1 or something. So I'm probably in the morning weight, probably 156. You know, I'm getting small and nimble in my, you know, based on what I was, I guess. But yeah, I'm worried because I remember, you know, the day before I flew out to Tenerife. Do you say Tenerife or Tenerife? I think it's Tenerife. I did training. I did deadlifts, 100 kilograms for what was it? 10 reps or 15 reps, something. I think 10 reps. And then I did some hamstring work and stuff and blah, blah. And then the next day after the flight and in the flight, I was in so much pain. And I don't know if that's because of what, like because of the training session or the flight, but the flight on the way back home was okay. I didn't feel any pain really, but I'm just worried kind of, you know, because, and the thing I think maybe, I don't know, here's my hypothesis, but everything that I say is just, you know, speculation. You gotta bear with me and take things, you know, with a grain of salt, because then I went back, did some hamstring curls to failure. And when you go to failure, you're inviting inflammation, because the inflammation helps rebuild and stuff. But the you know, inflammation, of course, swells up, and I think maybe that was pushing on the pain or the nerve, or I don't know. It's just speculation, but I felt like terrible. But I'm just wondering now how things are gonna feel, because I feel a little bit of like a little bit of pain down my left hamstring, tiny bit, just the same I was feeling this morning, and it's been there all day really. But I'm just a little bit scared of what it might entail. Why am I going this way? Oh well, too late. Yeah. So I'm afraid of what I'll experience later tonight when I go to sleep, or in the morning when I wake up. I hope things will feel better, if anything. But yeah, we'll see. Fuck, guys, I'm a little bit, I gotta admit, I think I gotta take down the light here a little bit. To 0. There we go. I'm a little bit like sad and depressed a little bit. I gotta admit it, guys. I'm sorry. Like, it's just, I'm so anxious about how this will go in the coming weeks. If I'll have like a miraculous recovery where I'll feel just as good and feel painless and nerve painless, you know, 100% in just a few weeks, or if I'll have to, you know, skip the competitions in June and July. Just, I'm worried, because I really want to compete, really want to show off the results of the summer, and you know, I really want to go compete in Strongman Champions League. That's my number one thing that I really want to do, because I have an invite there on the 28th of June. And also because I didn't compete in the Strongest Man in Iceland last year. I competed in Iceland Strongest Man though, I got 3rd place. But I really wanted to compete this year. But we'll see how things go. You know, I have to be safe and see what's gonna happen. Yeah, how rehab goes. And you know, say I only start feeling 100% 4 weeks out from the contest, and I'll only get 2-3 weeks of training. I don't know, that doesn't sit well with me to compete that way. Some people just say compete, you know, but that doesn't make much sense to me if I'm not able to hone my body to the weights and make them, you know, because if I'm not able to train for the weights, then they'll feel heavier in the contest, and I think that's more of a risk of injury, really. You know, the weaker I am, the more risk of injury there is, if you feel me, because then everything will be a more struggle. And yeah, We will see. Sorry guys, just venting out. And I feel like I'm going in circles here in these videos because I'm just always talking about the same thing with this rehab. Blah. I don't know how enjoyable it is, but I'm just documenting the process. But in other news, what can I say? Yeah, I just started the peptides BPC 157 and TB 500. Don't know how much I can talk about that stuff here in this country. Hope I don't get in trouble. I don't think I will. I mean, Mitch Huber just talked about it himself, and I feel like everybody's talking about these peptides and you know, it's just for healing, just to heal this injury. It's not. Can you really call it a performance drug? I don't think so. But I don't know. I just want to be transparent with you guys. Of course, there's certain things you can't talk about because the competition holders, of course, don't want you. They don't want any negative light shining on their competitions, like the whole conversation with the super creatine and stuff. You know, I'm gonna stay off that topic, obviously. Oh my God. Memory card ran out of memory, and this one was almost finished too. But yeah, it's just, yeah, I have nothing more to say, I think. Well, I hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing fine. I hope you're getting closer to your goals. And I hope you subscribe and like this video. Thank you guys so much. Again, I'll see you guys later. Live long and prosper. And until next time.